Hey, everybody. What's going on? How you doing? And we are back. We is back, you guys. We is back. Hey, Tori Boo.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey, now y'all know, happy Saturday to you too, Miss Jessica. Now y'all know that this is the open panel. Anyone is welcome to come up to come speak your mind. However, let's be mindful when you come up here. Make sure you don't have no TVs or radios or anything that's considered copywritten in your background. Try to make sure your background is as quiet as possible. We don't try to reduce the noise, the background noise, and keep your language cute. You can speak a little bit more freely on YouTube, but we still don't do too much. We don't want no bashing, no trashing. You can speak your mind and express yourself without doing the most. I do it every day. You know what I'm saying? So hold tight. I'm finna show you our beautiful faces real quick. And I'm finna drop the link for you real quick. Hold tight, hold tight. Please hold my and my Miss Wiggy Houston voice. I'm
Hey,
finna drop the link. I feel horse baby. They was trying to get me in my feelings on that y'all was trying to get me in my emotions on that recap. I just dropped the link, Miss Lynette. Y'all was trying to get me in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm feeling the word, finna get into it. What's up, Nathan? I'm
that's
gonna
how
go
it
take a turn of
sometimes.
Woo, child, what y'all had for dinner? Because I ain't had nothing. I was supposed to have them dumplings, but I realized when I pulled the box out of my freezer that it was the wrong dumplings. They was humongous, so I'm gonna have to try again another day.
Well, I had stir fried chicken and French green beans, and I had potato.
Mm.
I recreated that dish I was talking about the other day.
Oh, nice. If anybody is on Facebook, I'm not going to keep Facebook going for long. I just put it up so that people would know that we are live. But I'm going to be cutting the live stream on Facebook in just a moment.
So basically, bring y'all over here.
What's up, Toya? What you mean nothing
Hey,
yet?
Hey,
Not
Toya.
not
hey.
pizza rolls. Pizza rolls got me in trouble before. I had a big cup of coffee. Oh no, not coffee. I mean, do it work for you? I'm not a coffee fan. Toya, what's up, girl? What you been up to?
Girl, at this daggone shop doing my last client.
Oh my gosh, baby, you've been working. It's because
Right.
the holiday
I've
coming up,
been
ain't it?
working the
Yep.
screen. Shit, right.
Hey, Zeta Zamora. If you are not, please sign up for my text alerts. You can text Cellies, CELLIES to 81010. And or there is a link pinned to the top of my page on Summer's Room. I try to be mindful and send out an alert every time I go live. So if you are not getting the notifications, if you can't find me, most of the times I send a link attached to the notification. So sign up today if you have not. Hey, Miss Lawanda. Purple face raindrops. What's up, Lori? Oh, child. Hey, Zeta Zamora. What's up, Nina Bean? Well, what y'all got going on? I seen a couple people said they had some things they wanted to say. Hey, y'all, sorry it's loud over here right now. Okay.
So I didn't like how y'all jumped me the other day when I was on the Congo Fort.
Oh, well, I wasn't trying to jump you. See, what had happened was, since I wasn't present, I really couldn't contribute to the situation of saving you. You know what I'm saying? I was trying, but the more people was chiming in,
That's crazy.
confirming the situation. What was I supposed to do?
No, be like that don't even sound like Toya.
I said, but you be cooking. I did say that.
You did, you did.
But then I ain't know what else to say. You know what else to say.
You did. I felt as
Mm.
though the laughter was a little loud when Sweets was like drop her.
Oh
Mm,
my gosh. Yo, I was in I had so much fun in the ending of that conversation. The
right,
conversation itself ended up being really good.
right.
Um, but it was fun. Yesterday was fun on the convo. I'm happy that the week ended the way that it did. It was I'm a
Right.
treasure. Toya hilarious. She is, ain't she? Summer. I
Mm.
just got Bible study ad pop up. Wow. Not Bible study ad. That's crazy.
They be listening. They be
Yes, they do. They be in our business.
listening.
What's up, Nate Boo? How you doing? Where the people's at? They can't find us. Where the people's at that said they
I
want to do the
don't
panel?
know.
It was 80% said yes. I mean 75% said yes. So where y'all at?
Right.
Cause baby, y'all had me up there on my soapbox. Hey, Miss Antoinette. Hey, Nancy. I'm doing good in yourself. LaWanda said, Steph, my dog is doing too much. My poor cat can't even hide tonight. Oh my gosh.
Oh my.
God.
Well, at nighttime is an open panel. I know Naeva is missing, but we don't really have a set panel at night. Anyone is welcome to come up. Hey, Savages, what's going on? What's going on?
What's going on?
Let me tell you, I put that post up today talking about I was taking a break. Now I said I apologize to y'all because a lot of y'all was feeling some type of way, and I apologize. But y'all read my post wrong. It said I was going to take a break. It did not say I was leaving Facebook.
I
Do
know
I
you was
have
gonna
any
be back for
Look
the
at this.
open panel.
Look at this question, y'all.
Yeah.
Do I have any pets, Lori? Oh my
Oh
Lanta.
Lord, she got a whole farm.
Woo! I got too many animals. Well, they in my defense, they not my pets. They are my husband's pets. There is one pet that I call my own.
They are
But yes,
y'all's pets.
we have quite a few. Now you better go, child. She's still trying to figure. Child, somebody, not Sims. I'm one, but I'm eating. Let's see how this audience feels about the topic. Okay, what's your topic, Raven? Yeah, I got a lot. Oh, child, we got a lot of animals. We got birds, dogs, cats. Child, we got them all. We
Oh wow.
got them all. But like I was saying, I said I was going to take a break, right? I did not say I was going to just dip off on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Said I was going to take a break, which I did. I guess some people think that they are supposed to interpret how long of a break I was supposed to take. I took the morning off, and I did. And then I came back and I started posting away, and then I did my recap. I presume my day to get my coin. Now I did get a snippet sent to me. People were super excited about that post of mine's in May's. Now I don't know when May made her post. I want to say she made her post after me because people was in my comments talking about, oh, you want to be just like May and da 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 da. I scheduled my post last night. I knew my post was going to come up since yesterday. That post was scheduled to post since yesterday. Um, hey Miss Jennifer. So I don't know what they mean by that. I did take my break. And I think reading is very fundamental because I read May's post and she said she was leaving a platform. She didn't say which platform. People made assumptions. You know what I'm saying? So people got to be more careful about how they read things. And I just was like, ooh, baby. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Yeah, it didn't work out for you, boo boo. I think she popped into that live earlier. At least I seen her. I seen her thing, the lady that was super excited. My cat doesn't want to play. He is in a mood now, standing up, boxing my dog. Time to put my fur babies in timeout. Oh no, not timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have Frenchies. I have a French Mastiff, which falls in the King. He's part of the King Corso family. I have Maine Coon cats, and we have Harley McQuinn. I think it's called parrot. So yeah, quite a few. And let's try this again. Hello. Is it Unkisa? Ankisa? She told me not to elongate last time. Ankisa? Who remember? Somebody help me out. Dang it. I did think it was you and maybe did it the same time. I seen yours first, then hers, and I laughed like, okay, they playing. I took my little break, Kelly. I took my little breaky break. I got it. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Hey, let's do it. The true colors came out on every hater you have out there in some child. I said it right. Hey, thank you, Jennifer. Yes, honey bunny. Excited to see me go. But I was so excited to see that I had more support than hate. If anybody is over there on that their blue app, you gotta come over to YouTube because I'm about to clip Facebook. Yes, Nina Bina, I'm still here, baby. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I done poured blood and sweat and tears into this page of mine. Facebook gotta take it, or like I said, it has to get in the way of my face, or my husband gotta be like, okay, that's enough. And I'm be like, but why? Why you gonna take it from me? Oh, but what I do? You know?
I couldn't
I can't
imagine you not on here though, Summer. I can't
can't
imagine.
answer your phone. Who answered the phone? Who ain't answered the phone? Who she talking to? Jennifer, I'm glad you're still on. Thank you, gal.
And what?
I knew you wasn't going nowhere.
You know I wasn't going away, baby. I
No.
just told you on your live I was coming anyway. So I'm gonna keep doing it
Right.
if I leave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I was coming, baby. But y'all, what I've been missing in these Facebook streets? Wait, just so we're clear, a decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is in no way an admission of wrongdoing. Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat out denial of the claims. He is happy they got to a mutual settlement and wishes Miss Ventura the best. Ben Brofman, lawyer for the Mr. Combs. What do y'all think about that?
Hmm.
I think it's all a setup. I believe after celebrities are in the limelight for a certain amount of time, their time is up, and it come with a lot. You know, when you sign that dotted
Absolutely.
line, it come with a lot, and your time is up when it's up. And they a lot of times they defame you, and his time about to come. And I think a lot of other ones are about to come, especially because they about to switch to this whole AI and projection and all this other stuff. They don't need them like they used to no more.
Mm.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stunts going on
Yeah.
with that, just to stay relevant, I guess would be a word. Cause
I feel the same way about Christian Rock. I think that all of that stuff is just a stunt. You know, who don't have recording of her putting hands on him? Who don't have recording on that? It was on a public like stage. How many cameras are going at one time? And even
I'm
behind stage, how many cameras are going at one time?
mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Zeta Zamora. Let me give you your flowers. I didn't do your thing. Zeta Zamora. Somebody in the comments did it for me. Let me give you your roses, girl.
Where my phone?
Huh?
Oh, you heard me, my bad.
Oh man. Yep, amen to it. I mean, amen to it. Yes, I'll be reading it in Arabic sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. He said it's not an admission of guilt. There's a lot of people in these celebrity streets that's going through some things, man. We got R. Kelly in jail. Who would have thought Bill Cosby would be in jail? Is he out of jail now?
No, he's still in. Oh no, he. I heard he is.
Mm, I don't know. Kelly said he's guilty.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know where y'all at, but if y'all don't come up to speak what y'all wanted to talk about, we ain't gonna be here for a long time because I'm burnt out from my recap. To be perfectly honest, I'm probably gonna try to go
Okay.
catch Maybay live. I'm waiting for her to pop up. You know what I'm talking about? Raven, where you at, my girl? It was Raven and it was somebody else. It was just a lady in the comments saying she had something to say. Where'd she go? Hey, Jack Fact. I always want to say Jack Frost. I don't know why I want to say Jack Frost.
I don't know neither.
I always want to say Frost.
Hey girl,
Well,
you know
it
I
looks
love
like Frost, his first appearance. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, how you doing?
what y'all talking about.
No, it was some people that said they had some stuff they had to say, and they asked me to do the open panel. I'm just waiting for them to come up and try and get them a few minutes. Cause after I did my recap, I was, I'm done. My mouth dry. I need to give me something to drink.
Did y'all talk about that lady not having no shoes for her baby for 6 months?
Oh yeah, we recapped that yesterday. You missed it, but
Yeah.
you could go ahead and get into it if you want.
That was terrible.
You have a French Mastiff too? Oh yes, we call her Sugar. She is a sweetheart, and she just big. Yeah, we talked about it. I was like 6 months. Sheesh. It was some people that was like, they wasn't understanding it. She got some backlash from that when she went live, and I guess instead that it was some people that was calling her an unfit mom and all kinds of stuff.
But my thing is, they be on here so quick to talk about Maybe and all them begging. But you knew 6 months ago you was gonna start begging. Why you ain't
Mm,
beg for that baby some shoes 6 months ago?
child, I don't know. Hey Raven, people was saying talking about her having her, getting her nails and stuff done and all that, and her eyebrows and stuff. But I don't know.
And
That
the
was
baby ain't got no clothes.
She said she was robbed.
6 months ago.
So sorry. Hold on. I was supposed to be on mute. Hold on.
6 months ago, baby. I bought a whole new wardrobe in 6 months.
I'm trying to make it make sense, but I can't
Y'all,
figure it out.
I'm hearing that. So I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay.
But them be the folks always putting their mouth on people got something to say about everybody. Mm.
Right, Miss Wilson, but she said he's walking. She spoke about how he's been walking for 6 months and how he didn't have shoes 4 to 6 months that he been walking. And that could be bad for his feet because a lot of times, shoes is to help them with their structure, their arch in
Yeah.
their foot and all that stuff. So I don't know. She was able to get him some fly little kicks or whatever, little outfits. Them
I feel
shakes.
like people when they on here, when they go through stuff, they try to that's when they talk or come out about other people to try to get more attention and more views.
Who are y'all talking about?
Jaima.
Oh.
She got some pretty hair though. I be watching her flat iron and like, girl, that hair gorgeous. She got some
Where'd
pretty
Jack
hair.
go?
She said she was coming back, I think.
I thought
Said
that
she
was
had an
Raven.
echo.
Oh. Who got a... Well, I ain't getting no message about no Android. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah, people just calling my phone like I ain't busy.
Oh.
Hey y'all,
Hey, Raven girl. How you doing?
I'm good. Glad to be here,
I'm glad to have you. It's been a minute.
girl. Summer, so earlier you definitely got me. I was like, wait a minute, what's Summer talking about? And then the comments was going crazy, of course, as the comments be doing. So I'm just glad to know that you are good and in good a mind space and whatnot.
Absolutely. Thank you.
She
Well, I
done
was like,
had
who I gotta pull up
everybody
on?
up in my feelings.
I just said I was taking a break, though.
Tori
I
calling
just
me,
said a
what's going
break.
on?
I had people inbox me. I got text messages on my phone.
Girl.
So,
I was like, Chef. What's the tea? Cause she ain't picking up.
I had people praising. They thought they hit the lottery with it and everything.
Right.
I
What's
was
going
like, dang. I
Yeah,
said,
you're ruffled
goodness.
feathers today.
Little old me, my gosh.
Well, I
How
don't
much?
know the last topic. I'm sorry, I'm still eating, so if I smack
Hey,
in
you
y'all
too.
ear just a little bit, I'm sorry.
All right, give us the topic, and maybe we can help you so you can fill it in. You can eat
The
some
last
food better.
topic that was on the live, I mean, we were touching on, the spirit that came into the room and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. But we talked about a lot of things. We talked about the BRCA.
Oh, that is a mess. I can't believe her.
I know. I
That's
didn't.
horrible.
I still haven't seen it. Um, And one thing about 2K, he tries to not like get too angry up there. So when it comes to his kids, he don't say a lot. He say a lot about everything else. So we be expecting him to go off, but when it comes to his kids, he really tries to reserve himself. And I realize that, and I respect that as a man, because he go off about a lot of stuff, but he draws a line when it comes to his kids, and he don't even make it a conversation that he want us to talk about, like, at all.
So do you watch him consistently? Because I don't.
I do.
Every once in a while, I'll catch something because I know he covers some. I know he used to cover Lynn a lot. But when I had caught
in a negative light,
they said he said that he covered. So I went to his live because the live that she did, she deleted. It's not on her page no more. And somebody told me that they had put the snippets on the Change campaign. So I don't know if maybe it was flagged by the Change campaign because she was going off. But it was so much cussing and stuff in the audio he put up. I'm like, I'm not even finna go through this to edit it, to share it, because I don't even feel like this is something I even want to help put out there. He got it. He's the only person that needs to have it. But the stuff she was saying about those kids was, why would you talk about a 6-month-old and a 2-year-old in that way? Talking about they need to go get on their knees and go suck a.
Because she want to get busted in her mouth.
Right.
Exactly, because that's exactly what that's going to lead to.
Was this on Facebook?
Yes, on Facebook.
Oh God,
I didn't see it.
I seen it on 2K Live. I went to go catch 2K Live, and because somebody told me that he played it on it. And the thing is, he ain't even know about it. The comments brought it to him. So if he probably would have heard it eventually if she ain't deleted prior to. But they was in the comments telling him, because he came on there for something else, and bam.
I mean, he has a subscribers group too, so I'm sure he would have heard about it. They would have put it in the subscribers group. Lord, I didn't hear it. Like I say, like I've been saying it about her though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah, remember? Yeah, I take things case by case.
Yeah, I know, and I respect that. I respect that definitely. Excuse me.
That's crazy. I'm like, you a mother though. Like, how you gonna talk about that about somebody's babies? Like, I'm like,
some people are just that ignorant, yo. Like, I feel like kids should be off limits on this app.
Yeah, and that's what 2K was saying. Like, he like, kids supposed to be off limits. He said, but you done touched on my kids more enough to make it fair game for me to talk about your kids. He was like, but I'm not even gonna do that because they don't deserve that. But now he's talking about calling CPS.
That's a lie.
I mean, that might be considered a threat. You know, that's something
Casey,
that
Dawn says she love your accent, Raven. Hey, Casey.
Thank you.
What about mine? It's like, nah.
Oh, Toya.
I love your accent, Toya.
Thank you, girl. Thank you. I wanted to ask, but y'all had gotten to the other story. What kind of soda you drinking? Because I heard it go pop.
Crush orange, girl.
Oh, sounds really nice.
I had some salmon with sausage and bacon and rice. And
say that again.
Salmon with sausage, bacon, and rice. There's some Charleston stuff. There's some Southern stuff.
I could see me stuffing something with that combination because bacon is a good flavor. I could see that.
This is why, like, I already know I couldn't be vegan. I'd be wanting to be vegan so bad, but I be loving my bacon. I really do.
Go get some vegan bacon.
That ain't the same.
Yeah, I ain't. That's why my back big now.
Why?
Not
why
why
you playing so much?
Baby, back big all over the car seat.
Oh no, I can't stand the mall. I've never been a shopper. Y'all like going to the mall?
Nah, the mall about to be out.
It's too much people.
At the mall, y'all still get a lot of people at your mall? I feel like
yeah, my mall be popping.
Even if it ain't a lot of people, they be ghetto and they be doing ghetto stuff in the mall. So I just stay away.
I've never been a shopper. I hate the mall. I hate shopping. I hate the mall. I hate
can't stand to shop.
In general, I've never been. I know girls love to go shopping. I've never been her. It's dreadful for me.
I
love the online shopping,
but I know out here.
I love the thrift store and online shopping, but the mall, the Walmarts, no.
Online shopping is what I
Too
do,
much
but
people.
the malls out here, you have to be 18 to go in
What?
unless you
What?
have an adult.
Yeah, because
That's a
we had so
club.
much.
Because
We
there's
had
too
like,
many fighting and crap.
yeah, like
Ghetto.
shootings, fights.
Shootings.
Oh, that's crazy.
And
Ain't
I've
that
then
never
in
heard of
Georgia
that.
too?
kind of on the opposites of Georgia, and I mean, it's both straight across.
Crap, I missed the beginning. I received the call. You ain't missed much, Miss Mary. I can do a shopping center, but Summer, did you talk about your religion at the beginning? No. Somebody did ask me a question. I forget. I can't remember what the question was. Somebody said something. Dang, Miss Mary, I can't remember what it was. They said, "Oh man, I
Well,
had
that was
answered
the
about
end of
this."
the last live. So I think Miss Mary was underneath the last live. I don't know if she had something to say, but
No,
go on.
somebody did ask me somebody asked me something and I started to answer it and I was like, we'll do it on the open panel, but I can't remember what it was now.
Mm.
Dang. Y'all know my memory trash. I should have wrote it
I
down.
got a question.
I'm listening.
So, Summer, every time people get into it, they'll be like, "Oh, she's supposed to be Muslim. That's not Muslim." Like, I don't know nothing about people being Muslim. Like, my baby daddy popped one day and told me he was Muslim, but still be eating pork and stuff. So I don't know. But what y'all can't say certain stuff. Y'all can't do certain stuff. Do it get
Well,
y'all
yeah.
a one way ticket to hell? Like,
Oh,
I don't
no.
understand.
No. It's I think it's very similar to a lot of different other doctrines.
Right.
Gossip is something frowned upon. We're not supposed to gossip and talk
Mhm.
about people and things like that. So that's why a lot of people went and did their Google search and found that and they keep talking about it. But it's not like it condemns me to hell. Like, it's just a place you fall short in. Um and a thing and a belief in Islam is when you talk about somebody, if you speak about them in a manner that they don't like, um they can come for you in the hereafter about it. Like they can hold you accountable for it. So you got to be careful what you say about folks. It could be something as short as like it could be the truth about them. Oh, she was short, and if the person is offended by that, it's something they could kind of hold you accountable for in the hereafter. So that's why gossiping is something that is frowned upon, but it's not anything
Oh,
that
okay.
can
So they
con-
they basically saying like, just like Christians be like, "Oh, you gonna have to, speak about that sin when you get there."
right,
Mhm.
exactly.
Or
Oh,
no
okay. Well,
judging.
baby, let me tell you, that line gonna be long as hell.
Yeah.
That line gonna be long as hell.
Oh my gosh.
Cause I be like, what do they keep saying? Like, you're not supposed to gossip, you're not supposed to. In my mind, I'm thinking like, had you not did that, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about.
Right.
I think you gonna have to attest for this one. And when
Right.
he
And
asks me
listen.
about it, I'm gonna tell him to ask you.
And so that's a part. I mean, it's just in my character, but it's also a part of. So I like if I do speak on something, I always open up the panel for whoever is being spoke on to come up because we are discussing you. So you can come up, you could clarify, you could add to it, explain, give us more insight, something we might have missed, and things like that. But yeah.
But I don't think nobody gonna ask you about if I'm getting there and then this man look down at me and be like, "Before you come in here, I need you to ask why you called Mary Short back in '96." Star, you gonna let me in or you gonna let me in?
Oh my
Cause you
Lanta.
knew that hoe was short and I did too.
I don't know. This is just what I'm taught.
Yeah, and then you want to blame this lady because you did it. Y'all be on camera doing this craziness, and then
I'm
y'all want to
dead.
talk about who she got to atone to. Who is you gonna answer to?
And Casey said she gonna be in line begging for forgiveness and
Yeah,
I
will.
will
baby, my
definitely
line
be in
already
line.
long, baby. I already got an answer for this big old back I got. He
Oh
running
my
around, he be
gosh.
carrying that turtle shell around. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried about him asking me nothing
Not the
about you.
turtle shell.
I
Not
just,
But
the turtle
thankfully,
shell.
he's a forgiving God. So it's okay. It'll be okay, Jack. I
and
promise.
then you worry about him. What if I get up there and he start talking about you with me?
Oh my
Cause he wasn't
gosh.
But
pleased with what you did either.
you gotta answer for you, and I'm gonna answer for me, and we gonna have to remind him of that if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
love to talk about people. So when I get up there, if he asks me about it, we're gonna have a whole conversation about it. Now he talking about you too.
That's fine.
Well, in
We
We
our
gonna
both
have
gonna
belief,
have to sit in the
right
corner.
there.
child, and then in our beliefs, like if you are granted, if you go straight to heaven, right? You don't have no restrictions up there. Now I don't know. I always wonder, like, what does that mean? Can we talk about people? Are we gonna be able to drink? Will we be able to eat? But they say you're not gonna be in our belief system. You won't need anything. You'll kind of just be, but you can want what you want. You can have what you want. It's kind of like almost like imaginary. You want it, you got it, type thing. You want
My
money, you
thing
got it. You
is,
want a castle, you got it. So can we? I don't. Are we gonna be able to like fight people? If I see somebody and I had a beef, am I gonna remember it?
that's what I was about to say. Cause baby, I love to be messy. If I get up there and y'all ain't messy, send me to purgatory.
But then
Oh,
if you at
boy.
peace, you probably not gonna want a lot of that stuff.
Huh?
Who?
I said if you at peace, then you probably not gonna want a lot of that stuff.
Probably not. But I wonder. One sin isn't
Peacefulness
greater or
is
less
peacefulness is
than
messy
another
to me,
sin. We
baby.
are all guilty in one way or another. That's why people say, "Don't worry about my." See, that's not what we believe in Islam, Kelly. There are sins greater than the next in Islam. There are different degrees of it.
Oh, so you'll be going
So
to a different part of hell. You get
yeah,
wrong.
so it's different in our beliefs. It's different levels, and each sin has its own weight. Like in Islam, in Islam, if you do a sin, you only get let's say you get strikes, right? If you do a sin, you only get one strike. If you do a good deed, you might get 10 gold coins. Let's say gold coins. So you could rack it up for one thing, but the thing in the ease is you only get the one strike. However, in Islam, if you seek forgiveness right off the bat for it, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will swipe it clean for you. So it's not something you will have to answer for. It's just remembering to seek forgiveness. A lot of times we get caught up in our sin that we forget to seek forgiveness, or some of us feel like we are not worthy of it. But that is something that in Islam, and I think this is the same thing in Christianity, and I'm not sure, I don't know it verbatim, but if you
Don't put that
seek
on us. Do not put that on us.
you said don't put it on you. When we
Hush,
seek
let her.
when we see when we seek forgiveness, it's swiped away right away.
They
Yes,
tell us
it
that we
is.
did it, we going to hell automatically.
When you pray,
Yeah.
your sins are wiped away like snow.
Right, but
We say
here's
see
the
that's
thing though, Summer. Here's the thing that you said. You said you have to seek forgiveness right away. Like it really doesn't matter how long ago for Christians our sin was. We can seek forgiveness and we will be forgiven.
let
That's
me
what we believe.
clarify it for you.
So,
Let me clarify it for you. Because it's not that you won't be forgiven if you do it later. So in Islam, or now I gotta go into detail. So y'all know how we talk about it's the good angel and the bad angel that sit on your shoulder. Some people use that, right? And
Yeah.
you have the angel that's recording. We have an angel that's recording everything that you do. So if you seek forgiveness right away, it's never written down in your book at all. So it's like you never even did it. Versus if you don't seek forgiveness right away, it is written down. It was in your book. It's a stain there. But you can still come back later and seek forgiveness for it. So it's not like it's a time frame, but it's like, you can either keep the page white or you could kind of have the eraser marks. If that makes sense to you?
yeah, but nobody can keep the page white. We all human.
Right.
That
We
just
all
means
fall
you
short.
cuss
And this
somebody
is
out as
why,
soon as you get done. Say, please forgive me.
right.
That's it.
And that's it. And none of us are perfect, right? And so that is why Islam, we always have the option to seek forgiveness. That option is not going until you take your last breath. But
Right.
See,
you can,
and
if you get in
Christianity
the
ain't like
habit,
that. It ain't like that at all.
if you get in the habit of seeking forgiveness, see in Islam, we are taught. We pray. It's like almost impossible not to seek forgiveness before it's written down for you, because it's mandatory for us to pray a certain amount of times a day. And if you are meeting those prayers a day, then you seeking forgiveness because it's imprinted in our prayer.
Okay,
So if
so
you at
Jack,
least doing, if you
you said that it's not like that at all for Christians. What's the difference for you? What's your viewpoint on that?
So my viewpoint is, like she said, over here on our side, it's like no sin is greater than the next. So if we fuck up, you just going to hell. There's like you can get off on the first floor, or you can end up on the 87th floor in hell.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
you gotta
Whoa,
watch
whoa.
it.
You
You gotta watch
said
it.
we
Like you
mess up,
said,
we just
if
going
you
to
know you
hell?
already on the third floor, every time you do something, you need to be like, Allah forgive me, or your ass gonna end up on the 97th floor.
Oh,
And
okay,
that's a different
okay.
part of hell.
Not the
Right, I see.
97th one.
Yeah. Just like for us, like we just there. Like they ain't gave us no flows. We all hang out together. You know, they turn us around. They be like, you know where to go.
I'm a
But
little
they
confused.
basically
But
categorize them like it's like
She's saying, I
Tupperware.
get what she's saying. She's saying
Yeah, I
that
know what she's saying.
she's saying and I'm assuming Christianity, Jack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is saying that there's no levels, is that is hell, period.
Right.
In
right.
Islam, it's different levels. Like, oh, I
Okay.
don't want to scare nobody, but we be like, you could be in the lowest depths. That mean yo is a description where like your head it's so hot your head is boiling and popping, and you
97th
Right.
just
floor.
repeat that for eternity. Or you can end up on a higher level and just your toe is dipped in the heat and your
That's the
toe is on
second floor.
fire. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we have different levels to hell versus
Yeah.
it just being y'all just right
But
in
see,
this one
for us, it's
boiling pot.
easier for us to get in heaven, right? Because all we
Yeah.
gotta do is get up
Okay.
there and,
I see
explain.
what you're
Listen,
saying.
you know my heart. That's our favorite
It's so
line.
funny when you say it.
You know my heart. Over there, I don't think they got no understanding because we gave you a chance before you got here to fix
Right.
it, and you didn't. So
No,
you
that's
gone.
not true. It's
No,
still
all right,
mercy.
because it's hard to get in heaven in Christianity.
Girl, you
The
ain't
gate.
never been there. You don't know.
No,
Oh
it
my
says that
gosh.
it says that the road to heaven is narrow and the road to hell is wide. It says it in description. It's hard to
That
get
just
into
means
heaven.
it's single file line when you going to heaven. When you go
No,
to
that's
hell,
not what
just
that
Not a
everybody
says.
run down
single.
there once.
Oh
That's not what
my
that says.
gosh.
That's it.
Jack, I'm not playing with you.
I'm
She
just
said because
saying.
it's a single file
I
line.
am
And then
Yeah,
everybody,
cracking up.
yeah.
everything is orderly because they got some questions to ask you. When I get there, you better take a lunch break. If you behind me, go get you some snacks in the chair because we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, just stay on your topic. Don't bring none of us up.
Right.
Oh, I'm talking about all y'all. Everybody
Right.
that's CEO
Right,
up
Raven.
here. I'ma say, listen here. The people used to be on this panel with me, and I know you got some notes in there from the stuff I used to say on
I'm
that
like,
panel.
Lord, it was one time.
Explain.
It was one time, maybe twice. Say that.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. You know my heart.
Yeah, true. So
Absolutely,
Summer,
Casey.
how long have you been a part of this religion, or has it been your whole life?
I reverted in 2012, I think.
Okay.
Prior to that, I always believe in a higher power, but I didn't grow up in a household that went to church every Sunday. I've been to church like with my friends and stuff like that. My best friend at the time, she lived with her grandparents and they were like deacons and stuff like that. But
Okay.
yeah. She said it is absolutely hard to get in heaven as a Christian. It ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
It ain't
Ask
easy
any
in
people
Islam
that been
either.
in heaven before.
I
They do
won't
not
say
know.
that it's hard to get into heaven. I will say that it's hard to stay on the straight and
Righteous
narrow of
path.
the road. Yeah, like it is hard to stay on the right path. A lot of people claim to be a Christian, and a lot of people have grown up in the church like me and have not, have kind of pulled back from the church, not from God, but from the church, because stuff just ain't, it just 1 + 1 don't equal 2. And
Mhm.
I'm not about to sit around just because you say that you're the pastor, you know,
Well, to
and
me,
listen
you
to what
don't.
you say.
To me, if it's a situation where, like if we basing it on the Bible and stuff like that, Jesus wasn't in the church. He was walking around. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? He
Right.
wasn't in the church. And when he went to the church, that's when he kicked everything over and said, "What are you doing in my
Mhm.
father's house?" And I
Mhm.
believe that's goes for today. We kind
Yeah.
of look at these pastors and these preachers like they got the right answers and stuff like that. When they,
Mhm.
you just as dirty or as filthy as your congregation when
Or
you're not
worse.
leading them right.
Mhm.
But my thing is, okay, so everybody that go to church, I don't go to church. I don't go to
Yeah.
church because it ain't the place for me. But
Right.
I feel like in the Bible it says it is a building with no doors or windows. First off, why y'all closed? Why
Wait,
y'all
what'd you say?
closed? Because it's 11:48 at night and I need deliverance right now. Why are y'all closed?
Wait,
I'm not
what you
Christian, but I
mean?
feel like to me, is that how people told you what that means? Like it means the door to the actual church? Because I would have interpreted
No,
that
I've
as
always been
that
told
is
a
like
church
anywhere
is,
and anywhere you can make
yeah,
it
a
in.
Right. The
church has
church is in the
no,
spirit.
right.
Why? No, this is why I go to church at. This is why,
Have you
like
ever
Catholic
have you ever
people.
been to Bible study? Like Bible study or vacation Bible school or anything like that?
Yeah,
Oh my God, I used to
I grew
love
up in the
Vacation
church. I
Bible
grew up in the
School.
church. I don't go to church because I'm grown now, and I
Right.
don't
So
got
you used to
time
go to
to be
church.
on no strict schedule, being there by 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't have time for that. You gonna let me come when I want to come, or ain't you?
I don't go I don't go either. So, I ain't
Yeah,
gonna, I
Catholic
don't judge
people,
anyway.
Catholic
I
people
don't
can
judge
go to
nobody,
church anytime, cause they God woke 24/7. Our God black, he go to sleep at 9:48. Why is y'all
Nah.
closed?
What?
Oh my
No.
Why is
God.
y'all
What?
closed? I went
Toya,
to Catholic
I'm
church
gonna pass
and
the
they got
mic to you,
candles lit in
Toya. I'm
there.
gonna go ahead and mute myself. Toya, go
No,
ahead and take over.
if she got some, if like real talk, Frost, if you really got like questions and stuff, I'm not perfect by any means, but what I can help you understand, I will. You
No, I'm
know,
just saying, like, why
because it is a
Catholic people
very.
just go to church
Go ahead. I'm
all
sorry.
night? Like, I've been to a Catholic church, you know, all night. Like, I've been to a Catholic church, you know. Y'all hear that?
Nah, that's just you. That's the Lord telling you to say now.
Nah,
Yeah,
he didn't.
we
He want me to say something. Like, Catholic people going there, they can pray all night, you know, do their thing, light candles for their loved ones. Our church don't do that.
Because I do believe different sectors of Christianity, the lines get blurred and a lot of things become what man dictates. There is no holidays in the Bible besides Purim. We don't Halloween and Christmas and all these things are man filled. They're not something that was doctrinated into the Bible, or as law or as a mandate. So there's different sectors of people who be like, oh, well, let's do this or let's do that, and I feel like, as humans, and like most humans do, they take word, and kind of mix it up and make it into their own. And there's no difference in Christianity, is no difference in, a lot of things. This is why they were able to use slavery and use the Bible towards slavery. A lot of that stuff wasn't in there, but that's what they told them to believe in or to how to use, to go against their plan. It said in our Bible that Satan knows the Bible better than most Christians. He
Yep,
know the
that's the
Bible
same
better
belief.
than anything.
We got the same belief in Islam that, Satan wasn't always a bad guy. He was up there, right up there, and then he got
Yeah,
thrown down. We have the
yeah,
same story in
Yes.
Islam.
right. I think one of the biggest things that Satan did was convince people that he really doesn't exist. So that fear of
hello.
Did she disappear?
that fear of God is slowly dwindling. It's
Well, that fear of Satan, I think she was gonna say.
for sorry, y'all.
You breaking up, Toya.
My bad, y'all. Hello, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you
Mhm.
now.
Yeah, that fear of God is not as big as it used to be before, as it was before. That's something that I do believe over time just got mistreated. Look at what we listen to. Look at what we allow our most, I won't say most black people.
Yeah, she gone.
Oh,
Well,
I was gonna
dang.
Yeah, she was,
because my
and she was
next
gonna give us
question
the
for
word
her
too.
is
She got to
like,
give it to her.
how does she separate that? Because that is a big thing for me, being a Christian and believing in God and the Son of God. Whether his name is Jesus Christ, all of that stuff is questionable. So my next question was for her was, how do you separate being a black woman and knowing that certain things were taught to us as black Americans to so that we would be like obedient,
Brainwashed.
yeah, brainwashed, obedient, all of that stuff, so that we would be taught
My
certain
bad,
things.
y'all.
How do you separate it? Because I have a hard time with that. That's one thing I can say. I
Yeah,
go
the
back and forth.
Bible. I don't believe in the Bible, but I do believe in like a higher power, Christ and stuff. But like
Right.
like you said, some of the stuff in the Bible, it wasn't made for us.
I think everything in the Bible was made for us. I think that people weren't granted wisdom behind it, and I think that the church tells people different things of what the Bible really meant, and it also depends on what version of the Bible you have. So King James
Hmm.
is the one that I use because it's closest to the Torah, which was the original version before it was switched over to English. But if you change just a word, if you go to any other different version of the Bible, and you change just the word, it can change the whole entire meaning. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that, like it says not a lot of Christians will be like, oh, it's saying not to judge in the Bible. The Bible does not say that at all. It just says don't be judged for ye to be judged. You know what I'm saying? You can't judge somebody for the same things you doing. That's what the Bible says.
Right.
But if
Or
you go
you
to
can't
church,
judge
notice
and
the
then not
notice.
want to be judged.
Right. We judge every single day. It just has to be of a righteous judgment. You know what I'm saying? You have to make a righteous
Mhm.
judgment. Hey, you know what? This person is really not my friend. Hey, you know what? My child shouldn't
Mhm.
be doing this. Hey,
Yes.
those are all judgments, but they're judgments with righteousness, and we take like I was saying before, a lot of this things that we have going on now, it kind of what we allow our children to listen to, what we allow something to be played on, it tells us on a very simple note not to deal with witchcraft. But how many people do you
Mhm.
know going around saying wish? Or how many people do you know that go around and dress their kids up for witches for Halloween? And
So
even in
what's
its simplicity, it goes
hold on.
against with the law of what we're supposed to be representing.
So okay, because now you've opened up a new realm.
Right.
Um, so you said the Bible tells us not to practice witchcraft.
Yes, it says sorcery. And even that, if you look up the root word pharmaceutical, the form of pharma, down to the simplicity, pharma means sorcery. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? And we take pills and it's literally like a potion. It makes you feel different. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That
But
was
how
my
many
next
people?
thing. So we do that though every day. We do that. We take our children to their pediatricians. That's pharmacy. So like that's something that we do. So it's okay now in our day-to-day life today in 2023 because the government has made it okay and because they make money off of it. It wasn't okay for, women or whoever to do it when they were practicing it. Or it's not okay
Toya,
today.
hold on, Raven. Give me 1 minute. Toya, I muted your mic because it's an echo. So can everybody try to be mindful when y'all chiming in to mute yourself so it doesn't give feedback?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Toya?
She might not know she muted.
Toya, hit your button for the
Oh, my bad,
mic.
y'all. My bad. My bad. Y'all was in my bra strap. I couldn't see.
Oh.
Um, but yeah, no, I feel like that's the problem. I feel like man dictates when to change law, and that's not what God wanted. You know what I'm saying? You were to stick to the law. A lot of the medicines that we take and stuff like now are because of our own ways of improperly eating, what man and what science is doing to the foods. Think about how many kids are allergic to peanuts now. And think about how many kids were allergic to peanuts back when we were in school and how many peanut butters we used to get. Think about how many people are lactose intolerant now. It's a way of how they're processing it. So it's a whole system. It's about making money. Money is the root of
I
all
agree.
evil, including in health. You know what I'm saying? So they're making us sick. They're making our environment hostile where you have to work and you can't relax and you can't, be there for your kids and everything is high strung and you're trying to be like social media influencers and you're trying to look a certain way and you're trying to fit a certain part, and all of that is stressing you out and it's making you unholy, but that's not God, that's man, and you have to dictate who is your God or not. Is man
So
your
can
God?
we agree, not to cut you off, can we
No, go
agree
ahead.
that if we are using the things of the earth, the things that God put on the earth to heal us, correct? If we are using those things on the earth to heal us, that would be better than going to the doctors to get these medicines or whatever. I mean, if that's what if you believe, whatever you believe, but
Toya, I
that's I'm
muted you, FYI. I muted you.
Toya. You muted me or Toya?
I
No, she
muted
muted
Toya.
me. My bad. Okay, I'm gonna take y'all at my bra strap. Hold on.
Um,
No, I agree, Raven. I agree. I
so
do believe
so
that
so
doesn't
that
mean
would
that
be
I
the
don't think you
sorcery.
I don't think you don't need doctors sometimes. I go and get an annual checkup. I go and make sure that my
Right.
vitamins are good. I go to make sure certain supplements I have. But instead of going straight to taking iron pills, I'll go and try to increase my beets or I'll try to increase my
Right.
proteins
I
by
think
myself.
I think we're saying the same thing, Toya, but the reason why I'm saying it like that is because like when you said the Bible says you don't do witchcraft, you don't do sorcery. you don't, or pharmaceuticals is sorcery, it's just kind of contradicting, because the Bible does not say not to do witchcraft. That's not what it says. That's not what the Bible says.
The Bible says
don't-
to stay away from all types of forms of witchcraft. I got my Bible right there and I can pull it up. It says to stay away from witchcraft. And I don't know. And even when you do witchcraft and you entertain witchcraft, you are then performing something for another God. Instead of using prayer, is what we use in Christianity, going to create your own type of power or going to another source, it says you're not supposed to have other gods. And that's a
No,
form
I
of
think that
witchcraft.
people get witchcraft confused. I think I don't. When I say witchcraft, I don't mean like, oh, you're concocting something for another god. I mean like literally just living and doing things where you are not including like I guess I don't really know how to say it. If you concoct something like a medicine, then some people would consider that witchcraft. You feel me? Like if you make a natural herbal medicine, some people will consider that witchcraft. So
I
I don't
don't.
know. Yeah, I don't know how you consider witchcraft.
Consider witchcraft source. I consider witchcraft making potions and putting together. To me, even a form of going too far into alcoholism is a form of witchcraft. That's why they call it
Mm,
spirits. You know what I'm saying? Like they have certain
mhm.
words that kind of push towards certain meanings. So witchcraft to
Right.
me is putting spells, casting spells. They don't call it spelling
Okay.
for
Yeah.
anything. You know what I'm saying? So to me,
Like
yes, a
sales and
doctor
stuff like
or
that.
herbalist, a
That's
herbalist,
sales
anything
is
anything
different.
anything involving a chemical, something that is not of the natural source.
Right. Right.
Usually when you're dealing with pharmaceuticals, you're dealing with man-made things that imitate what the vitamin is, and that's what the problem is. That's why when you go on
Right.
dialysis, and excuse me for anybody who's been on it, but when you go on dialysis, they're training your organ not to work properly. They're setting you up for failure. And I'm not saying that you can always get around it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And sometimes God will bless the same very doctors because a lot of them don't know. When you go to an institution, you become institutionalized. It's literally in the word. They're training you to be a part of a system. And there are great people in that system, including my mom, who's a nurse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Mm.
saying that, you can't, you can't or you don't need certain things from these people, but they will trick you into other things that you don't need. You know what I'm saying? If you allow it, because it's a money game. It's all about money. You know what I'm saying? If we
Hold on.
stuck to what we go ahead, I'm sorry.
Hold on, I wanted to read something real quick, and I know y'all getting into it. Religion is always super passionate. But Miss Antoinette, I wanted to say, and because you mentioned it too, there are different versions of the Bible, and that's why different religions have different beliefs, in my opinion. And then she chimes in, she said, there are different Bibles. So what I'm getting from her is your understanding and somebody understanding is going to differ depending on what they take from.
Can I say
Y'all
something
can
real
chime
quick?
in on that.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Jack.
So this is exactly what I was saying when I told you I don't believe in the Bible, because there are so many Bibles, and like the lady, I'm guessing her name Toya, like she's giving us her variation of the Bible. But we have the other lady up here in the R, whatever her name is. I don't know your name. I'm sorry. I don't like to read something and then it's my perspective, whatever my perspective is, because my perspective is not going to always be your perspective, if that makes sense. Like,
No, I agree with you, and I think this is why a lot of people get
yeah, and
confused.
that's
I
why it's
believe
so
there's only
hard. But
one,
Christianity, like,
right?
some of them, like, they pretty much have it mapped out. Like she said, hey, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. You need to do that. It's very cut and dry. But in Christianity, like I told you, I feel like the Bible was used to basically, like she said, brainwash us. Okay, I'm going to tell you this is what it says, and you think of the scariest thing you can possibly think of, and then that's why you should do what I'm telling you to do.
Well, I think the Bible, I think that people can read a Bible verse and they can interpret into what they interpret into, but I still believe that it has a meaning. And I believe that, I was just giving my example of why I choose the King James Version, because I believe that if you change one word, it can create a whole new meaning. If I put is instead of as, it creates a whole new meaning. It creates a different presence of time, so in a simplicity. So when it comes to the Bible, Bible, and when it comes to God, what I do is I say, okay, well, if you feel like there's something that's wrong in the Bible, or you feel as though something is misleading in the Bible, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Because anything that I have read in the Bible has never been contradictory to me. You know, it's a guide of life. It's a guide to living and laws to follow. You know,
But
don't
and I
be me.
understand what you're saying,
Right.
but that's for your life. So what you interpret for your life may not be the same thing that I interpret or anybody else up here interprets. Like it's your interpretation of the Bible. That's your interpretation.
Okay, so if I read 50 Shades of Grey, that's not an interpretation. That's reading the Bible and the stories that's in the Bible. It's stories. There are a bunch of prophets, there are a bunch of people who had stories, and these are stories, and then there's laws within those stories. It's not like, oh well, I read this and this is my interpretation.
Well,
I
can I
read this and this is what this is saying,
Well,
and
can I
people can
just say
read.
though, also, Toya, that's why, and Jack, that's why it's also that we have free will as humans all across, no matter what religion we practice, that's what's called free will. So we have the free will to interpret it whatever way we choose to interpret
We
it. And
choose
that's
to.
just how, right, that's just how I feel. We have the free will and we are granted that from God. And that is our biggest test, our free will. So
That's it for us to interpret. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I
Yeah, I
know how
mean,
you're
once again, we
saying,
interpret it different. We're just interpreting it different right
I'm
Interpreting.
now.
just
You
so
know,
convinced that
my
it's
my
in
my
our head.
interpretations are not just based on my interpretations. My interpretations are hearing God's voice. My interpretations are my experience that I've had with different spirits. My interpretations are dreams that I have that come true. My there are experiences that I've had that have shown me what I need to learn. Everybody has a different journey, but God's law doesn't change from person to person. The law is the same. Just in Muslim, you just got some people who believe in all of it,
That's
and you got
true.
some people who don't believe in all of it.
but you
You got
can't
some
tell
people
me
who
the same thing
follow.
he's saying to you is
If
what
you
I
call
hear.
yourself a Christian, right? There's certain rules and certain laws you have to follow. That's just basis of any type of religion.
That's why
Even
I
if you
only
call
calling
yourself
myself
a
a
Satan,
Christian all the
We
right?
time.
I'm not
don't
saying that
though.
you
You
are. I'm
can't
not saying
pick
that
and
you are.
choose. You
What?
can't
Hold on,
pick
hold
and
on,
Right,
hold on,
choose.
hold on.
right.
Hold on, y'all.
I'm
Hold
not
on, y'all.
saying.
Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Because we don't want it to be coming back and forth. So I want to read some of the comments real quick. And I also want to say what I'm getting because this happens in a lot of different religions, not just in Christianity. Um, one person's interpretation is not always the next person's interpretation, and even as in Islam we get that, right? And I want to say this, we try not to interpret things on our own in Islam. We have like people that study it, like the history and things like that, and even with that, even with those people who are supposed to be the most knowledgeable to break it down, we still have different um sects or breakdowns, like categories of people that
Right.
will interpret a chapter. We call it a surah in Arabic. You will get the breakdown from this group of people one way, and then you could go to the other group of people who are on the same level as them with education, and they will have a totally different interpretation. And in Islam, neither one of those people are wrong. You know what I'm saying? So one interpretation can differ from the next. And then at the end of the day, we just have to seek guidance and hope that what we understand is what it is. You know what I'm saying? To the best of your ability. But I don't want to feel like the comments are being ignored. So I want to read a few. Hold tight. Miss Mary said, you see, this is why I can't follow a certain religion. It's very confusing and everybody understands it differently. I know I do believe in a higher power. I know there's a God and that's it. Kelly said, nope. You got to understand our gifts God has given, and we cast spells daily on ourselves by our own tongue. Spelling, we speak it every day. Oh, Candy Goddess up in the building. My God, hold on. Wait a minute. Um, Miss Dawn said I'm on dialysis, and mine was too late to try the natural way. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Dawn. I hope that you still are able to live a full and long, fulfilling life, and that you are increasing your health. Live life, baby girl. Candy Goddess. And drinking the blood of I'm not even reading that. And drinking the blood of Christ or taking communion isn't spell work. Blowing out birthday candles. I'm a proud witch who doesn't worship none other than the most high. Ooh, child, Candy Goddess. As soon as I see that name. My grandma was full-blooded Cherokee and made us medicine from plants to help us when we were sick. This is why a lot of people don't like to get into these talks. But I don't think it was a bad talk. I think it was healthy with some mediation. I think we gonna keep it, from going too far. I think we adults be growing up in here. I don't think it'll turn into blows or nothing like that. But religion topics definitely get sensitive, and it's one of the reasons why I don't talk about my religion. Well, first of all, my page is not based on religion, so it's not a place for me to get into it. But I keep it simple. I answer questions because even in Islam, depending on what you follow, because like Islam is Islam, right? And we always try to take it back to the Quran, but when we start interpreting things on our own, everybody will come up with something different. And because what Toya said, like because of the language, if you don't understand the language and what those words mean, and you switch a word to something different, you could come up with something totally different from what it's meant. Like it's so super important to understand a language and where it's coming from and where it's rooted from before you can try to interpret things. Candy Goddess, King James also wrote the book of demonology. Child, they debating you about the King James book. And the way we all pick our poison, depending on what religion we pick and way we decide to filter it. In my opinion, no one is wrong. We may all be wrong. I think do good, get good, everyone messes up. That's true, Casey. The Bible was written to child. What is that? What is it called? Does somebody remember what it's called? I always say Nasisi. It's not Nasisi. It's when the people got together, and I don't like to bring it up because Christianity is not what I practice, but it was a meeting that was held by leaders at the time. It was called the meeting of, Candy probably know what I'm talking about, the meeting of Nacesis or something with a CEI in it or something like that. And they sat down, and it's alleged that these people changed things within the Bible to create it to fit like what they wanted it to be. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it, but I know.
I can't remember the name. That's what they're talking about in here. It is another man's opinion of a situation or events that happened where many things were left out and misinterpreted while being written with agenda of fear and control. They mentioned that about slavery. It was used against us in slavery to keep us all together. Always pray for God to give me the meaning he wants me to have. I feel like that's a part of what Toya was saying. You could correct me if I'm wrong, Toya. But that's
No,
your
you're
essence.
right. You're absolutely
Okay.
right. I do believe everybody's on a different part of their journey, and I believe that different parts of the Bible relate to different situations that you might be going through. Different people have different journeys, and
Mm-hmm.
like you dealing with something, I'm dealing with something, and it relates into people differently.
Absolutely. Nancy said God gave us free will, but also free will keep you out of heaven. We can't make our own rules. True
Right.
indeed. I definitely agree with that. Getting ourselves in trouble, baby, down here having a ball, having too much fun. You know what I'm saying? You know. Wait a minute.
Candy should
I'm
come up.
sorry. I hear you
I
now.
mean, is everybody comfortable with that?
Say it again.
Did y'all hear me? I say
No, I
Candy
hear you
should
now.
join the Candy,
Candy, would you
whatever.
like
What's
to
her name?
join?
If you're
Candy
comfortable,
needs.
I mean,
Candy can come
she
up. This is
said,
an open panel.
I want to know why you feel like you're a witch. I want to know because I not gonna lie, y'all. Like I'm a nerd. I watch documentaries and all kind of stuff like all day. So this type of stuff does interest me. I might be weird, but like I do consider myself a Christian because that's how I was raised. And that's what I know. That's been my faith, and that has kept me here. It hasn't been my own strength, so I have to believe in my higher power. But I am interested in all kinds of other stuff too.
I
Peace and
agree.
blessings to all.
I
There's
agree.
truth in every religion, but my God directly connected to me in my path. Candy, if you want to come up, you could come up. This is an open space. Candy normally try to respect our differences. It's something we talked about this before. Because she understands where I am in my religion, what I believe in, and what she believes and she practices, but we still friends, we still build relationships, we just respect boundaries. So that might be why she didn't request to come up. But you absolutely are more than welcome to come up. And I mind my business just like I did when they was doing their thing. I just only interject when I felt like Something
She
need to be
said, I don't know
interjected.
how to spell it. You don't have to spell it. Just hit the link. And Summer just dropped the link. You don't
I
have to
dropped
spell
it. I can't control the ads, Lori. Sorry. You want to? I wonder if I could turn them off. You want me to turn my money off for y'all? Hold on.
what
I
money.
wonder if I could. I wonder if I could turn it off. Let me see.
Don't turn that off. What?
Some of them turn them ads off and then be begging on this app next week.
I
Can I get
tell
a
you, it'll be
dollar?
shaking up to the pork chop next week now.
Can I get a
Air it up.
dollar? Can I get a dollar? So I just want to know what y'all think truly about someone that has struggled with drug addiction and alcoholism. If they pray and try but still fall short at times, are they going down? I think Summer, don't turn them ads
No.
off. I don't believe that a person that suffers with in Islam, we definitely believe that it's a sin, it's a great sin in Islam to drink and do drugs. But that person still can seek forgiveness. And it's still between him and his Lord, or him or her, whether where they gonna end up at, whether they're gonna have to atone for those sins, or whether God is gonna, grant them mercy and let them fly straight to the top. That's something nobody can't say. It is a sin. That doesn't mean that person can't seek forgiveness though. Forgiveness is not taken from anybody. Not in Islam anyway.
Right. I think the same goes for in Christianity.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall. Everybody falls. I fall, everybody falls, and people deal with different vices, but as long as you are ultimately praying to, well, in Christianity, God, you know, um he will heal you and he will make you better. And sometimes, I think that we're allowed to go through things um so that we have a testimony to help others, and come out of that. There's certain things that I don't indulge in anymore or do anymore, because of what I experienced and want to be better, or, and sometimes we fall short. Sometimes we go back to the same sin, until we fulfill that.
Absolutely.
And
Insanity, repeating the same thing because flesh is weak. And all of
Mhm.
us got that issue. I don't, and that's why I be like, I don't know why these people. I think people be looking at me like I'm like Mother Mary or somebody. I am not. I am not a magical being or a what is the word I'm looking for? Not magical.
A unicorn.
Like a holy grail. I'm not holy. You know what I'm saying? I
And
fall
that trips
short.
me out
I make
all of the
sins.
time because
Yeah, I
it's
have.
always be the Christians who be up there like she's a disgrace to her religion. I be sitting there like, girl, you done been messing with a married man. Don't you know? Like, girl, please.
Yes.
Miss
I'm for
Nancy said
real. Be
just
talking
ask
about
20 friends
crackheads.
for
All crackheads
$20.
do
Right.
that.
Child, crackheads be coming through.
They do. That's with that body
They be
wash.
coming. They be what the what?
With that body wash.
And do.
You know they stay stealing something, baby. I'm not gonna condemn you. To me, all crackheads go to heaven. I
Oh, my
don't care.
Lanta. I don't smoke, just curious. Cigarettes, I don't know. I think it's a nasty habit. I don't know if I would put it in the same cat. I mean, it could be an addiction. People become addicted to nicotine too, but
Anything that you're addicted to can
yeah,
become a sin.
Right.
yeah,
That's why I
and
think
it's
like you
now.
allowed to drink, you're just not allowed to be a drunkard. Like you're allowed to indulge, but you're not allowed to make it take over the necessities of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? The things that you have to do. I think
Good night,
that's
Miss
where the
Tawanda.
issue comes in.
Yeah, in Islam, anything that alters your mind, your state of mind, is considered a sin. So when you smoke
Mhm.
nicotine, you getting high, is a sin. Um, and it doesn't matter if it's a little bit or a lot of it. We can't do certain things. We can't drink, whether it's a drop or a gallon. We can't.
Okay,
We
well,
all
pray
So
fall
for me
short.
when you get down this live, cause I'm finna go smoke my black out the door.
Oh my God.
I'm
We
so
all
glad
I'm
I
fall short
sorry,
in our
y'all.
religion. Huh?
I'm sorry. Wherever I go, it's gonna be a party. So
Turn up, turn up. We
I'm
all
for
fall
Mhm.
Ain't
real.
short in
nothing
our
I'm
wrong with
not
religion
having
and
a
finna
these
party.
stress
days.
myself out, cause Earth is stressful. This
Mm-hmm.
life being this is stressful, baby. Wherever I go after this, I'm having me a party.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, I was finna say I can't wait, but I absolutely can't wait. Y'all don't, be easy. But I'm definitely curious, about what the other side is like to be there in the flesh, or not the flesh, in spirit. My sister has smoked for 42 years. A lot of crackheads have gone to heaven. It's all your heart and asking forgiveness and meaning of God. Well, I don't know where nobody been, so I can't speak to those facts. But you know.
My when I would have my first salon, it was in like a really bad part of Newark. And the people that actually took the time to help me and to make sure that I was good was the people that were addicted to
Mm-hmm.
drugs. And they
Yep.
had the most heartfelt stories, and to hear their stories, but when it was the other business owners who were actually mean and mad that I was young and doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? But for them, it was always them new help. It was the ones that was selling the drugs and the ones that was taking it, the ones that would make sure I was good. Yo, sis, you good? You need me to help bring your
And you
stuff
think
in,
the folks ain't
you
gonna go to
know?
heaven? One way
Wait, what you
trip.
say? Say that
You
one more
think the
time.
people ain't gonna go to heaven? The kind-hearted people that help you out in your time of need. Them the folks going to heaven. It's us around here.
Absolutely. Well, I think that anybody can go to heaven. I've literally, and I'm not even exaggerating, and maybe one day I'll go live about it because it is somebody that was real close. I know for a fact that somebody went to heaven on their deathbed. On their deathbed. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe until your last breath, you have time to ask for forgiveness. But sometimes you don't know I mean, not even sometimes, you don't know when your last breath is. So to me, it's just always be mindful to make sure that you before you lay your head at night, you just pray to God that He forgives you, because even in Christian belief, even if it crossed your mind, it's a sin. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a thought, it's a sin. We sin every day. We sin you know what I'm saying? Including myself. So I think that, you can always get into heaven if you are truly for trying to be forgiven for the sins that have done, you know?
I agree. I agree. Um, it doesn't matter. It really, to me, doesn't matter what you have done. I don't even, and I go back and forth with when it comes to religion. So it's hard for me to sometimes even imagine uh another, like a heaven or a hell or anything like that. It's hard for me to imagine it sometimes because, like I said before, and Toya had got disconnected, but we've been told a lot of things that have not been the truth, and we know it to not be true. And we know that because we know that we were being manipulated as a people. We know that we were being brainwashed as a people. So we have to try to believe in things that are logical and also things that are not logical. So
Say that.
I agree. I agree. You know, um, it's
in
a
that
very
instance,
distracting world. It's a very
in,
distracting world. It's very easy to get led astray. It's very easy to
in
indulge in
in
certain
that
things.
instance, Toya, like literally asking you, how do you stay strong in that mindset? Like, because I really be like, child, sometimes I just want to throw it all away. So how would you give me advice to like still be strong in my faith in that instant when I'm thinking like that?
Um, repeat how you were thinking.
Um, like we have been told and taught a lot of things just to manipulate us and brainwash us and get us to be the people, the slaves that we were brought here to be. We as a people, like not us, our generation, but our ancestors, right? So we were raised by them and things like that. How do you stay strong in your faith, knowing that some of that stuff could very well have been nothing but lies?
I do believe, like, in the King James version, it does talk about slaves, and it does talk about how people lose sight of what God has told them. So the punishment for that was to become a slave. It says you will be coming over and change. You will be coming over, and I also try to look at historical points too, and facts as well. And it was black people that was over there building pyramids and stuff like that. I believe that we're
Mhm.
not the only ones that were lied to. I believe that other groups of people were lied to as well, so they felt inferior or superior. You know what I'm saying? They were taught the opposite. You know what I'm saying? um And for me, it's just acknowledge that to me, everyone deserves a fair chance. To me, racism doesn't really exist because it's the human race. And I do believe that the world creates this monster of race, of differences, of you're this and I'm this, because it's meant to keep us apart. It's meant to keep us down. It's meant to keep us in a certain made in a certain light, especially with Black people. They'll quick to blame a Caucasian person who they've never met for slavery, when it's kind of like, well, wait, you know what I'm saying? Well, history teaches us that when we were enslaved, it was the Africans who sold certain slaves of Africans to Caucasian people. You know what I'm saying? It was a trade.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what certain slaves were looked at back then. But even in the Bible, it tells you how to treat a slave. So I think for me, it's also a sense of just being like, you know what? Everybody has their own journey. And every single person, whether we get along, whether we not, every single person deserves love. Every single person falls short, and I'm no better. You know what I'm saying? I try to be better, but I'm no better. And I think that just having the opportunity of love and space for people to grow, that don't mean you can grow in my space. You know what I'm saying? That's totally different. Don't be a fool and don't keep dealing with the same problems or the same issues. Do what you feel as though is right in your heart, but at the same time, know that we're not the only ones that's been lied to. And I believe that we're all God's children, and He loves every single last one of us, including Satan himself. Not saying that he's happy with the things that he's doing, but that is also his child. And I just try to stay in my own zone and count my own blessings. I'm not necessarily looking at the person next to me unless it's to congratulate them. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's to say something, beautiful about them. And granted, that don't mean I'm not going to stand up for myself, or I'm not going to put my foot down when I feel like somebody coming for me. I feel like everybody in the Bible did. You know what I'm saying? But these people that were in the Bible, in my perspective, these people were sinners. You know what I'm saying? They were thieves, and they were killers, and they were, you know what I'm saying? And they turned their lives around. Nobody is too short to be given grace. You just have to ask for it,
Mhm. Yeah, that beautifully said, beautifully said. And
Can I
I
get
see
an
all in the comments.
amen?
Antoinette and Cassie, thank y'all. I see y'all in the comments.
And in your night, I try to ask for forgiveness every night. I'm sitting right now thinking about study. Oh my gosh, Steph. Antoinette, you're not weird, Raven. I like Raven. I like Jack Fack. I like
I like
Clear as
me too.
Truth.
I
I
know
love
you
all
like me the
Mm-hmm.
y'all.
most. I know you like me the most, but it's
I love Jack because she can make me laugh. You can make me laugh. You done won me over.
I know, right? And
Mm-hmm.
everybody be like, "Oh, you should be a content creator for what?" They're gonna block all my pages,
Oh my God.
every last one of them.
Raven, you
You gotta
just
be like
spoke to my
Jason
heart.
Lee.
That's how they did things back then. To me, slavery is still alive and thriving with people punching that time clock. Absolutely. Neglecting our dreams to make someone else rich. God does not lack. There is enough for all of us. Absolutely, Kelly Joe. Well,
Yes.
this turned into an interesting conversation. I enjoyed it. I'm happy that you ladies, were able to have this because of religion. Definitely. And these folks, those three, y'all see how I felt back. I said this ain't my category. And even with the different understandings, they still were able to be mature. It got a little, but not too much. And this is how it should be. People should be able to have conversations, get their points across, agree to disagree, and not be a beef. Like, this is what dialogue should be.
No,
Because I love
no
all y'all.
screaming, no
Love
cursing.
y'all
I
too.
mean, because that's not a debate about religion. Everybody has their own religion. Like I told her, everybody interprets it differently. I can't tell you
Hmm.
you're wrong because that's how you see your God. I'm never going to tell anybody you're wrong because that's how you choose to worship. That's how you see your God. I understand and I agree. We can move on from it.
Yeah, but that ain't how everybody see it, because some people will tell you, no, you wrong, and this is right,
And
and
they're
this
going
this is
straight to
supposed.
hell.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, and that what it will be. Topics with religion, politics turn into people be wanting to fight. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is what it should be. I
Well,
enjoy
the
this
way I
dialogue.
the way I grew up, or not the way I grew up, the way I kind of think, no matter what you believe, whether you believe something exists or whether you don't, when you Okay, say it don't exist. When you die, at least you were. I feel like it gives me something to strive towards to be.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be a good human. I need to do these
Mm-hmm.
nice things. Okay, so what if it doesn't exist? At least I try. At least I strive to get there. And if it didn't, oh well. I was a good person at the end of the day.
Well,
You
ain't
know.
no oh well stuff for me. Ain't no oh well for me, baby, because I keep
Well,
on
I
the straight and
know.
narrow.
That's what I'm.
I
I
keep
just look
on
at
the
it that
straight
way.
and narrow. No, I'm saying I definitely agree, but it better be there because baby, I could have been out here
Living your best life.
hanging out the
Yes.
window
Yes.
with my ratchet friends. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
You
I'm
so
know
still
what I
if we
hanging
mean?
out
get
the
there,
window with my ratchet friends now. We still
Hey,
out the
hey,
window.
right. God ain't say nothing. God
I
ain't
don't
say
be
nothing
out the
about not
window
hanging out
though.
the window
I
with
be
your
in the
ratchet friend.
window. I be in the window. I don't be out the window because I be trying to act right.
so I got a question for everybody. So if we get there and it's not what we expected, can we all please turn into Karens and ask to speak to their manager? Because, sir, we waited a lifetime for this. And then we get here
Look, Summer will definitely speak to the manager.
and it ain't even color
Oh
coordinated
my
up here.
gosh.
I feel
I
like
feel
they
like
need to be
Toya would speak to
color
the
coordinated.
manager. Toya and Jack. They
Yes.
they speaking
Hmm.
to the managers.
I
It's
swear, I
gonna be
gotta
there.
speak to the manager.
It's gonna be worth it in the end.
I
I
bet
I
not see
strongly
nothing
believe
but
it.
white. If I see somebody old, ugly granny up there in pink or floral yellow,
Hey,
I'm
it don't
going
matter if
on.
they old, ugly, or gray, as long as we get there. Hello.
Just y'all need to be color coordinated because y'all know black people love to color coordinate. Give me a color coordinated heaven.
What we wearing?
We gotta all wear white, and not that off white. We need to wear church white.
Oh my
It's gonna
god.
be that
You
sparkly
feel, and we
white, that
gonna look
shiny.
tacky. I know we gonna look tacky,
Not
but
a white party. We having an all white party?
yeah, baby, that's gonna be your first kickback. You gotta go to your
Look,
first
Yeah.
holy kickback.
I'll still get a stain on it.
But you in
Mm-mm-mm.
heaven, it's
Right.
just gonna float off.
Not in heaven with a stain on it.
Yeah,
Child,
stains
I'm
don't
not
exist
fooling
in
with
heaven.
y'all. When I get up off here, I'm gonna have to go make seek some forgiveness. Lord.
You definitely
Yeah.
better, because you're gonna end up on floor 79 in hell.
Oh my goodness.
You chilling in the waiting room in hell and you way down there.
I cannot. I enjoyed this dialogue. Y'all kept me on here a little bit longer than anticipated, but it was worth it. Sorry that I haven't been consistent with the open panel, but I'll be either tired or making pizza at night. I be needing to decompress sometimes, so I be running from the open panel. It be a lot going on
Make sure
throughout the
you
day.
make me a cake, Summer.
Oh my gosh, I gotta get the my husband still ain't giving me a straight answer. He be thinking he be playing. He did that same thing with Texas. He played in my face, but so I'm gonna get on him about this Georgia thing because I'm definitely trying to
Can
slide
I
that.
say one more thing before we get off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I just want to say, so I don't know if Candy is still on here. There's been plenty of times we've been on a panel together, and stuff like that. And I hope that it wasn't the fact that she didn't get on because she didn't want to have a dialogue on it, or she felt as though I would come at her. I've had conversations with people who believe in other faiths, including being a witch and atheist.
Mhm.
And you can still love your sister in
Mhm.
Christ, even if they don't believe in that. So,
Mhm.
that wasn't to make anybody feel like I don't like you, or I can't have conversation about you because around you because, of our. Beliefs. So I just want to say that.
Sarah, absolutely. We will keep you in our prayers. I ask for God to place healing over you and to increase you and to see you through it. Allow it to be an expiation that weighs on your scale for you in your favor. And it's gonna work out. It's gonna be okay, love. You're welcome, Thera. I'm sure Candy did, and I shouldn't speak for her, but I don't think that's why. She probably would have. She said she was on the phone, so that's probably why she didn't come up. But I do appreciate you saying that, just in case she did have any doubts,
Yeah, I
in
did see
regards
her
I
to
don't
that.
think
speak
she
on the
did
phone.
either. She seems really cool and stuff like that or whatever. So I don't think she did either. But
I
I
know
was just
Candy's
kind of
cool,
saying that.
man.
I don't
She's
know what they'll
Yeah.
be
very
scared
chill.
of, because I cuss you out in the name of Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Candy,
I would
Candy is
Hallelujah.
use
princess.
profanity with you in the name of Jesus, but I ain't gonna curse you out.
Yeah.
I don't care. In the
And
name of
I didn't
Jesus.
know that
Just
y'all
passing
had been on
Christ.
panels together, Toya. I didn't, that wasn't nothing being weird. I didn't know y'all had already been on panels, or if y'all had, crossed paths before. I just saw her in the comments. So I was like, girl, come on up. Because we all talking about, different things. So
No,
Oh yeah.
no, no,
Candy sit
no,
on our
absolutely
panel.
not.
Candy sit on the panel with us every morning. She's a
Right.
part of the sipping
Oh,
chat.
She's
okay.
part of Sip and Chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're welcome,
Okay.
Thera. She said go follow her if y'all got any questions. You know, if y'all want to have a conversation, she open for it. She just couldn't probably have
Yeah.
it tonight.
Toya.
Oh,
Yeah,
Toya.
Frost, what's up, boo?
Where did you call me Frost? My name is
See,
That
Fat.
ain't the
it's
Frost.
fact.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Lord have
so
mercy.
sorry. I'm so
I be
sorry. I
doing.
said
I be
Frost by
wanting to
You
do the same
mistake.
are
thing.
you
I'm
are the
so
hair
sorry.
lady.
No disrespect. It might be even the picture.
Did you
It's
say she
really
the hair
frosty.
lady?
Yeah, she the hair lady.
Yeah, I'm the hair lady.
Yeah, in the midst of all that drama, she was doing everybody's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure. You sounded familiar. I just couldn't figure out where I knew the voice from. You the hair lady. In the midst of all this drama, you was braiding hair.
Beauty
Mm-hmm.
school dropout.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm cracking up.
Dang. I'm like, I ain't like you neither, but I just had to say it. I just had to say it. Lord, I just had to get that out there, girl. I ain't
Oh
like
my
you neither.
gosh. And that's
Lord
so
Jesus
cute.
Christ.
Look, because I hear my husband pulling up, I hear his truck. So I'm going to bid you all a good night. I love you all. I enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming up. And we'll chat again, y'all. Good
All
night.
Yeah,
Love
right.
y'all.
Good night.
Bye.
bye,
Bye.
y'all.